All right, guys. I'm here with my cousin Kaif. Yeah, we're gonna be ranking these Spider-Man movies. Um, yeah, just a quick disclaimer. So, the situation's the same with Kaif as well, but with me, yeah, the pretty much the Tobey Maguire Sam Raimi trilogy is literally my favorite movie series of all time. Kaif, is it the same for you as well?
Going into this ranking very biased, Reza. The Tobey Maguire trilogy is, I grew up watching Tobey,
Of
so it's definitely my favourite Spider-Man trilogy out of the bunch, but I'll try and be as unbiased as possible. There are still some good films in there, so
Same,
yeah,
man.
it'll be good to go into each one.
Of course, of course. Da, 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 da. Oh man,
Uh,
yeah, it's gonna be hard, but I feel like a lot of people feel the same way about this. Who grew up in like the 2000s. Because those were the main years where the Toby trilogy sort of happened. So yeah, man, we'll get straight into it then. Da, 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 da. I think almost half of these movies, man, the latter half of the Spider-Man movies anyway, I've seen them all in cinema with you. Um,
yeah,
the
I think the only one I missed out on was Spider-Man 1, but I think the other two we saw in cinema.
Yeah, 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 exactly, man, exactly. Um, just also another disclaimer. I don't know if you've seen Madam Web and Morbius. They're thrown in the mix here. I didn't watch them because I remember you told me that they were really, really bad. Well, Morbius was really bad anyway. I don't know about Madam Web.
Yeah, so Morbius I saw, that was, it wasn't the best film, but Madam Web I haven't seen at all. I saw the reviews and I just didn't even bother going to cinema to watch that one.
Well, I mean, I guess we can just leave Madam Web alone. When we get to Morbius, I'll let you be the judge of it. And yeah,
Yeah.
man. All right, let's get straight into it. Spider-Man One. You see that
Yeah.
right to the far left? Spider-Man One.
Yeah, bro. What I
Br-
want to start with.
Bruh, Spider-Man One might be my favorite of the trilogy just because it's the first and it's like, oh, bro, this is the movie that got me into movies, man. It's a very simple movie, simple plot, simple characters, no shenanigans going on with the storyline. Arguably the best villain, Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe playing him. Bruh,
Yeah.
this movie, man. You know what? When this movie came out, well, apparently when this movie came out, a lot of these like nerds were complaining, like, "Oh my god, it's not accurate to the comics." Well, my answer to that is simply, are the comics accurate to this movie? Didn't think so. Like, what do you think, man? What do you think of Spider-Man One?
Whereas I completely agree with you. Like the storyline is just perfect. Like it's basically what a superhero movie should be. And there's so many memorable moments in the film as well, from Toby Spider-Man learning how to actually use his powers, fighting Bonesaw when that was pretty much his first ever fight, which was, I remember being one of my most favorite scenes when I was younger watching that film. um, from him trying to get revenge for his uncle Ben, literally chasing robbers for like a good half an hour. Yeah, there's so many good moments in the film, and William Dafoe playing Green Goblin. I think without a doubt he has to be probably one of the greatest villains that have been played on the big screen.
I mean, I'll say this right
Um,
now. Oh, sorry, go on.
so many good moments.
Yeah, yeah,
No, there's so many good moments in the film. I completely agree with you.
bro, 100%, man, 100%. Like, Willem Dafoe, I'm pretty sure there hasn't been an actor that's topped Willem Dafoe playing a villain. Like, at least in the
Yeah,
Spider-Man movies,
100%.
anyway.
Yeah, I think probably one person that might come close, it's not even in Marvel, it's probably DC, which was Heath Ledger playing Joker
Oh,
in one of the
yeah.
Batman films. But in Marvel, I don't think anyone comes close, man. William Dafoe is by far like played the character so well, and you actually probably think he's crazy in real life just based on how well he plays the character in the film.
Oh man, yeah, bro. This movie was a cultural icon. Like, I didn't watch this in
Yeah,
cinema. So I would have watched this in either like 2002, 2003. I would have been like four at the time. My mom got it for me on DVD. Remember Woolworths in like the high street in like
uh,
Kingston, Hounslow, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember like she got it from me from there. So I never saw Spider-Man 1 in cinema. But all the other ones, yeah, I've seen every other single one in cinema. I got this one on DVD, man. Watched it once when my mum brought it home. I got addicted ever since. Got addicted ever since, man. All the meme quotes. I missed the part where that's my problem. Introducing J. Jonah Jameson, Mary Jane screaming for like half the movie. I don't even get annoyed at that anymore. I just find that nostalgic.
yeah. I
so
think, and one thing that we'll realize once we go through all the films as well is Tobey Maguire is probably the best actor when it comes to actually portraying Peter Parker with and without the mask. Like you enjoy the film just as much when he's not actually being Spider-Man
yep.
compared to when he's actually fighting crime. That's what I love about the main trilogy. Um, even the scenes when he'd be sat in dinner with Aunt May and then William Dafoe would be staring at him, just grilling him while he's got a cut on his arm. It's like some of the funniest scenes I've ever seen.
And he just has the most
Yeah.
awkward stare.
Yeah.
With his fights with Flash Thompson. You
Yeah.
think you're pretty funny, don't you, freak? Come on, Flash, it was just an accident.
I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
Yeah, man. Bro, Spider-Man 1, we agree it's an S tier movie?
I was never in doubt, man. I would have said S before we even started talking.
Never a doubt, man. Never a doubt indeed. All right, next up is Across the Spider-Verse. So we saw this like 2 years
Okay.
ago at Staines. Do you remember?
Yeah. It's been a while now.
Yeah, man, it's been some time. I thought this was a pretty good movie. I thought it was a solid movie. Good and cool animations. Like they did different animations for like different universes to reflect that universe.
Yeah.
The villain was okay. It was like Spider-Man 2099, and basically his entire storyline is Miles Morales. You're not meant to be Spider-Man, because
Yeah.
the wrong the the wrong bug entered the wrong universe at the wrong time, and yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it's a good movie. It's good. It's good. It's not my favorite by a long shot. I think some people do slightly overrate this movie. Um, just because I mean, the thing is, like, this movie appeals to a certain demographic, a certain type of audience that isn't necessarily me. Like, it might have been me when I was like 6, 7. Uh, but
Yeah.
this movie is very much like, hey guys, we can all wear the mask. And things like that. I mean, like, I don't agree with that. I don't really like that sentiment that, oh my god, anyone can wear the mask. Miles Morales, he gives us all hope. Like, if anyone can wear the mask, I mean, so what? Does that mean Aunt May can now be Spider Man? I mean, that clearly didn't help her in the other universes, especially in Tom Holland's one. So,
Yeah. I think one thing that differs from this film compared to Spider-Man 1 is the storyline is just a lot more complex compared to Toby's one. And the thing is, when it comes to a superhero movie, I like it when it's just a little bit more of a simple storyline. Like, yeah, Peter that's bullied at the start. He gets powers, takes revenge on the people that hurt him, and then becomes a hero at the end. Whereas this one is, I enjoy it. I enjoy the Miles Morales films purely based on the animation and all the fight scenes that come with it. But in terms of storyline, that's probably the one area where I feel like those films probably lack compared to the traditional Tobey Maguire films. It's still good, but yeah, I mean, there's some areas in the film that everyone can wear the mask or um, like different Spider-Man, the whole multiverse. It's just a storyline that is being reused too much now. So it's a good film. I like the fight sequences, but I would say it's probably one of the best films out of all the Spider-Man films that have been released so far.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Like, I find like the themes are a little kid friendly, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah,
Obviously, if that's the audience they're trying to go after, then fair play. But I don't know. I feel like
yeah,
I feel like me and you, man. We grew up in like a era of Spider-Man where things were like slightly darker. Like not just with the movies, but with the games, Web of
yeah,
Shadows, everything like that. Like it was a little bit more serious. Had a bit more of a serious tone. Obviously, it was still like light-hearted to an extent. Um,
yeah.
but yeah,
What do you think of the actual protagonist in the film, Miles Morales, like as a Spider-Man compared to a lot of the other films that you've seen? How does he compare as just a single sole main character?
I mean, he's pretty cool. I like him. I mean, I don't really have like too much of an issue with him. I think they do a good job with what they have to work with because obviously Peter Parker's been around for like. There's been storylines about Peter Parker for like 60 years now that they can go off. Miles Morales,
Yeah,
I think he. Don't quote me on this, but I think he only got introduced into the comics. I mean, not that I haven't read them, but I think he only got introduced like into
yeah,
the Spider-Man universe like 20 years ago, 10 years ago maybe. So they don't have too much to go off other than the fact that he is, you know, Peter Parker's sidekick, and
yeah.
he's got a dodgy uncle, but which I guess is more relevant in the first one, which we'll get to. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I think it's a good movie. It's good. I'm glad we watched it. I'm glad we watched it in cinema. I don't really go back and watch it again on a regular basis. Maybe I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it again closer to the time when the next one comes out. Um,
yeah.
but it's good. It's good. It's not my favorite by a long shot, but yeah, good movie. I don't really have too many complaints.
It's definitely enjoyable. I wish the only thing I wish they didn't do is they put so much focus on Gwen Spider-Man throughout the entire film. Like literally the whole beginning was just focused on her backstory and what she's
Yeah.
going through, and then the end is just more scenes about her talking to her dad. So my only critique is that they put too much focus on Gwen's story. But other than that, like all the fight scenes, I thought were like really enjoyable to watch. Like seeing like hundreds of Spider-Men like fight each other, like it's always quite
Oh
enjoyable. And
yeah. Oh,
they had a
bro.
few. Yeah, yeah. They had like Spider Man from Ultimate Spider Man in the fight scene as well, which is sick to see. So,
Bro, they had Spectacular Spider-Man just come in for one line, and I was the only one in the cinema that
yeah,
noticed. I was like, no
I
way.
remember. Yeah,
I was like, wait, where's the reaction here? I'm by myself. Oh man. Um,
yeah. But what do you think of the tier, bro? Where do you think this one will go?
mm, should we go A? A B?
I think for this one it'd probably be B. Into the Spider Verse. The
Yeah.
first one might be different, but this one I'd put B.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. And speaking of that movie, that is up next, Into the Spider Verse. So
Yeah.
I think this was pretty good. Again, not my favorite
Oh,
by a long shot.
one
Oh, sorry.
one thing. Are you still sharing your screen, bro?
Yeah.
I can see. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Can you see my screen? I've just put Across the Spider Verse into B and Spider-Man 1 into S.
Okay, cool. I can see just your logo, but I think it's just on my end, so should be fine.
Okay, calm, no worries. Worst case scenario, I mean, I've got the audio recorded anyway, and that's pretty much all we need.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
it's all good. Um,
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah, I think my
But yeah,
internet's
Into the
just
Spider Verse.
yes. All right, so Into the Spider Verse, the first Miles Morales movie. I thought this was
Yeah,
pretty good. Again, not my favorite. I don't watch it back on a regular basis. Maybe on like a yearly basis, I go back and watch this. I think it's pretty good. Storyline is solid. So the Peter Parker of Miles Morales' universe dies, and Miles Morales has to take over, and gets mentored by another Peter Parker from another universe. Yeah, I think the whole Uncle Aaron thing is pretty cool. It's pretty unique. It was a storyline that's never been shown on the big screen before. So yeah, again, like I said, even this movie, it's a bit kid friendly. Which, like I said, it's not necessarily the worst thing ever if you're a kid, or or you know what, even if you're an adult and you just like want really light-hearted movies, which is fair enough.
yeah.
Then this movie is really really made for you. Um, I mean, I was thinking A. What do you think, bro? What do you think of this movie in general?
So I enjoyed this movie a lot more than Across the Spider Verse, only because I felt the storyline was a lot more stronger. I think at the start there was a lot of focus on Peter Parker being the main Spider-Man, and it was good to see like a bit of a twist of Peter actually dying, and then things and like all the responsibility being passed over to Miles. Um, so I thought I like the build up of the story a lot more compared to Across the Spider Verse. Um, I thought the replacement Peter Parker, so the one that came from another universe, he was jokes. I thought he was quite funny to watch, and it was
Yeah.
cool seeing another version of Peter Parker train Miles to basically become his own version of Spider-Man. So I think the characters in this film and the character development of Miles was a lot better than the first one. And well, one thing I found quite weird about this film, though, is how powerful they made Kingpin. Because in any other movie, he's just
Yeah.
another person that Spider-Man can kill quite easily. But in this film, they made him so overpowered. So that's probably the one thing I found weird. But other than that, I thought it was a sick movie. Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I remember. It's not just about the money, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like a massive close-up of his face that takes up the
Yeah,
entire screen. With his wide shoulders, man. Oh, it's hilarious. It was kind of funny seeing like a fat Peter Parker when they're showing that Peter Parker is
yeah.
depressed. um, yeah. Should we say A? Does that fit?
Yeah, I'll give that an A, man. I think it's definitely a lot better than Across the Spider-Verse, but I wouldn't put it up
Yeah.
on the same tier as Tobey's movies as well. So yeah, I think A would fit.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for sure, man. Next up is Morbius. So I didn't watch this because you and Kamel told me how bad it was, and I was like, "Ugh, what's the point?"
Yeah.
I'll just let you be the judge of this, man. Whichever tier you think this should go in.
Yeah, so Morbius is a tricky one, man. So I saw this maybe about like 2, 3 years ago. Now, it didn't really feel like the film had a storyline. It was just all over the place. Like it was the main character, Morbius. He just gained some powers that turned him into an overpowered vampire, I guess. And he had a childhood friend that also developed into a vampire. And to be honest, the middle of the film was just a lot of dialogue. Like there was hardly any fight scenes until the very end, and there wasn't really any story behind it as well. Like I remember like almost dozing off because I was so bored watching the film, and I woke up and then there was like two vampires fighting each other. The only memorable part of that film was the end credit scene, which is when they introduced Vulture from the Tom Holland universe. So I was quite excited. Like potentially there might be a crossover with Spider-Man and Morbius. That's pretty much the only thing I remember actually finding quite cool with the film. But other than that, man, I didn't really like the film at all. I thought it was quite boring, to be honest.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that. I did watch that particular post-credit scene that shows the vulture. Which,
Yeah,
yeah, man, that should be pretty interesting considering we're getting Scorpion in Spider-Man Brand New Day, the next movie
yeah.
coming up for next
Do
year.
you think they might mix Morbius and Craven and all of these other films with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man or something like that?
Well, I hope so. Otherwise, these movies would just go to kind of waste. I mean, what's the point of doing villain movies if you're not going to incorporate it with the main hero that it's based off? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
I really hope they find a way to tie in Tom Hardy's Venom as well. I really don't want it to
Yeah.
end off in Venom 3. Like, we'll talk about the Venom 3 later, but I
Oh,
really
yeah.
hope they don't just end it off there. Like, they need to find a way to bring that Venom back.
Yeah, yeah, man, for sure, 100%. I'm trying to see, is Venom 3? They haven't got Venom 3 on this thing. We'll talk about it anyway, even if it's not on the tier list. Like the picture, we'll
Yeah,
talk about it, and we'll just
Yeah, we can just say where it goes anyway. We don't
yeah,
have to have an image for that.
yeah, literally. All right, so Morbius, should we put this in D, F?
Yeah, it's the lowest one, bro. I don't rate that film at all. You
F.
can tell because I can hardly remember anything about the film. I think when I left the theater, I just wanted to forget about it. So I haven't got anything good to say about that film.
Well, I'll take your word for it, man. Like, if you're not going to enjoy a movie, I probably won't enjoy it either. So, yeah. Madam Web, we didn't watch that, so we'll just leave that alone. Next up is Spider-Man 2, the original Tobey one.
Bro, I think you'll be the best one to start on this one.
We both know where this is going.
Yeah. So tell me about the film, bro. Like, what do you think about Spider-Man 2?
So this is widely considered as like the best comic book superhero movie ever made. Yeah, man, this movie is literally 10 out of 10, perfect. They did so much right, man. They did so much right in this movie. Again, simple storyline like number one. Good villain. There's not a whole bunch of shenanigans going on with the storyline, with the plot. It's a nice, coherent plot. It's very much about Peter Parker trying to juggle two lives at once. His sort of civilian human life as Peter Parker, and then obviously as a hero as Spider-Man, and all the struggles that come with that. And yeah, man, it's got so many memorable, memorable meme lines, like Mr. Aziz, the pizza guy. Parker, you're late, man. Always late. J. Jonah Jameson got funnier in this movie. You still had the standard Mary Jane screaming. That's just nostalgic at this point. Yeah, man, bro, this movie is like pretty much. There's nothing bad about this movie really at all. It's a good length. It doesn't drag on. There's not really any time wasted. It focuses mainly on the character that is Peter Parker, and him trying to deal with life as Spider-Man. Yeah, man, bro, literally this movie is perfect. 10 out of 10. No complaints from me.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you, man. Peter goes through a lot during this film. Like, even during that one ball party, he gets slapped by his friend. He sees that the love of his life is getting married to someone else, and then his boss tells him to take a photo shoot of the love of his life getting married. So, outside of being Spider-Man, he actually goes through the hardest of times. He loses his power because he's so stressed with trying to live his double life of being a hero and then being a student. Yeah, I thought Doc Ock was a sick villain in the film as well. He had a lot of memorable lines, especially when he was drowning.
I shall not die a monster. No. I shall not die as a monster. 5 seconds later, dead. As a monster. Oh man. Yeah, simple S tier. I don't think there's really much contention for that.
I haven't got anything bad to say about that film, man.
Yeah,
definitely
bro.
S tier.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2, bro. I think a lot of people have this rated very, very highly. Yeah, everywhere you go online, when you type in like what is considered to be the best hero movie ever made, Spider-Man 2 is always in the conversation. Yeah, even at the
I'm not surprised.
Even
all doesn't surprise me, man.
Yep. Not only during the time that it came out in like 2004, also to this day, like you'll always find people talking about this movie being number one. And I can definitely see why. Man. It's flawless movie.
Yeah, 100%. I feel bad for people that are born in the Tom Holland and Miles Morales era because they've missed out on probably one of the best trilogies. So I'm glad we're born when we did, bro.
Bro, same here, man.
We got through some of the best films.
Oh goodness, yeah. Oh goodness. Bro, next up is a movie that is very special to both me and you. Spider-Man 3.
Put it in S tier, bro. I've got nothing to say.
Yeah, bro, this movie is flawless as well. 10 out of 10. No qualms with this movie at all. Now, when the movie came out, man, I remember so many nerds were like, oh my god, there's too much going on with the plot. It's not a simple, coherent storyline. But those same people are today, gassing the new MCU movies, which I like as well. I like. I'm not hating on the MCU movies. But the MCU movies are just as complicated in terms of the storylines, if not more complex than Spider-Man 3. And another reason why I think this movie is great, man, is just because maybe it just appeals to the type of person I am. Maybe there's like a little bit of a twisted side to me, but seeing evil black suit symbiote Spider-Man, thinking that he doesn't actually, but he is of the belief that he has killed Sandman. You remember that? And he even brags about it to Aunt May. Obviously, Aunt May doesn't know that Peter is Spider-Man. But he brags about how great of a thing it is. And then that's something that actually would never get pushed today. That's a side where Spider-Man is glorifying murder of another person. So, glorifying revenge. And it's got some memorable quotes. Aunt May's revenge is like a poison. It can
Yeah.
take you over. It's a meme.
It's definitely the darkest version of Spider-Man that's ever been shown on screen. I think for an actual film.
100%, man. 100%. Like, bro, there's again, like, no qualms this movie. A lot of people complained about Venom, because like he was quite smaller than what Venom is typically depicted as. But I think even despite
Yeah.
that, I think they still did a pretty good job considering that he was only just squashed in at the last second. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Anything you got to say about this movie? Any comments?
But I've got nothing bad to say about this film. I think this is one of the first films that I properly saw in cinema as well, and I think me and you rewatched it at least 10 times. Yeah, like that's so like the villains were like amazing in it, like with Sandman and Venom working together. Um, Even at the very start of the film, um, Peter fighting Harry, I thought even that fight alone was already like so good. Um, and then even like the final fight sequence where Harry and Peter were fighting Sandman and Venom, like that was probably the most enjoyable fight scenes I've ever seen growing up. So yeah, like overall, I think this film was 10 out of 10. I can't think of a single bad thing to say about this film.
Yep. And even symbiote Peter, he threw
Yeah,
the pumpkin bomb right back at Harry's face. Literally,
yeah,
literally,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
literally, like ruins half of his face.
Oh, bro, that fight scene. Like, Theo did not hold anything back. He was like taunting Harry, like chatting absolute shit to him, and then he literally destroyed him as well. Like,
Yep, bro. It's
symbiote Spider-Man in that film was absolutely relentless. That's what I love about it.
yeah, man. We've never had symbiote Spider-Man back since. We haven't had symbiote Peter back since symbiote Spider-Man. Like,
Yeah,
bro, this movie is just too good, man. I can't believe people even hate on it. I think, you know what? I think as the years have gone by, people have realized that this movie was actually great. Me and you, man. Me and you at the time, we were glorifying this movie. We knew how good it was, but the
yeah.
internet just takes time to catch up. So, man. All right. Next up is Far From Home. Ah, I remember this movie. You know what, man? It's not really a movie I can take that seriously, but
Mm.
there's some pretty funny, like light-hearted, memey moments in it. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is a good Mysterio. I think he kind of saved the movie, if anything.
I think he
Ah,
played it well. One thing that was cool to see in this film is they didn't really show Mysterio as they do in like the video games. Like Mysterio in
yeah,
the video games would actually have some sort of actual magic where he would like deceive his opponents, but in this one, it's more like he had like some robot tech instead that would cause his
yeah,
illusions, which was quite cool to see. But yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I thought Jay Gyllenhaal did a good job at playing him.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. I don't really have any problems with the villain in this movie. I think Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah, did a really, really good job. I mean, in terms of like Spider-Man, Peter Parker in this movie, it's okay. It's okay. It's not horrible in my opinion. Like he spends most of the movie, yeah, just trying to shake off Nick Fury, who keeps stalking him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say about this movie, man. I don't watch it on a regular basis, but again, maybe like once a year, I'll go back and watch it. It's kind of like just there to fill the void. Um,
I think that this film was just a little bit too light-hearted. Like that's the one thing I didn't like about it. And one thing that really annoys me about Tom Holland's Spider-Man is he's so reliant on Tony Stark. Like
yeah,
this film was post the Avengers Endgame film, so like most of the film you just have Tom Holland's Spider-Man just crying and getting upset at the fact that Tony Stark isn't here anymore, and he like most of his fighting techniques rely on Tony Stark's suit and Tony Stark's tech. Like, I feel like it's just too reliant on all of these like gadgets and stuff to win fights. Whereas like the Spider-Man films are literally just him, like basically learning all the skills and all the strength from the ground up. So that's the only reason why I don't like Tom Holland's Spider-Man probably as much as Toby. Um,
yep,
this film was still good, but it's just as a character himself, that's probably my only biggest critique. It's just him as Spider-Man. Just I don't know, man. There's something about Tom Holland I just don't like compared to the other Spider-Man.
bro. I really did. I'll be honest. I did not like Tom Holland when he first got introduced. I like him now. You know, I've learned to like Tom Holland Spider Man. I really didn't like him at the beginning though. I was just like, this is not the Spider-Man I grew up with. This is too
Yeah.
gadgety, too much high tech, too much relying on this like Avengers mumbo jumbo, rainbow disco, you know, and all these like shenanigans with the tech. So it did, yeah. At first, like they didn't feel like Spider-Man movies to me. But
Yeah.
this particular movie, I mean, I think the saving grace was Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. That was pretty much
Yeah.
the saving grace for this movie for me. I was thinking C. Do you think differently?
I think C's probably right. I probably wouldn't put it above. Um, what would we put in B? I think it was Across the Spider Verse.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't put it above Across the Spider. But yeah, I think C's probably right.
C it is. All right.
Yeah.
Next up is Spider-Man: Homecoming. Oh my goodness! Oh man! Oh, this made me almost lose complete faith in cinema. This movie right here, man. Oh my word! I actually questioned cinema so much. I questioned Hollywood. I was like, what were you thinking? So this was set right after Civil War, right? Or
Yeah.
my mistake? Yeah.
Yeah. Right after Civil War. Yeah.
And I thought the Spider-Man scenes in Civil War were actually really good. I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he was only in a few of them, but you know, for the fight scenes that he was in,
Yeah.
yeah, I think they were pretty solid, pretty good. So this movie, man, like, yeah, where do I start, bro? Like, he gets beaten up like crazy for most of the movie. And look, I'm not saying that Spider-Man shouldn't get beaten up. He shouldn't have struggles. Of course, like you can't have Spider-Man dominating in every single movie, in every single fight scene. He needs to have his weaknesses and struggles, and you know, learn how to overcome them. But bro, this guy gets the he just gets completely annihilated throughout most of this movie, and he's just so reliant on Tony Stark. I didn't think this was a Spider-Man movie. I thought this was like a Iron Man sequel or something like that, an Iron Man 4.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't know who
There,
was the main character in this movie, Spider-Man or
there
Iron
was
Man.
no there was no satisfying fight scenes in this film as well. Like he just kept losing, and even on the final fight when he did win, it just didn't feel satisfying enough. Um,
Oh, God.
yeah, I don't know, man. Like this film was just more frustrating to watch rather than enjoyable. Like there were a few funny moments, like the way he's like friends with Ned and stuff, and like Ned finds out he's Spider Man. Like it's quite a lot of funny scenes, but it was just too. I think probably the right word to say is just too kid friendly. The film,
Yeah,
it just didn't really feel like a proper Spider Man film for
yeah,
some reason.
you're right. No, you're right. You're 100% right. Like it was way too kid friendly. No serious undertone really at all. The villain Vulture. I mean, he was okay. I mean, the plot twist was that he ended up being Liz's dad. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Like anything else? And like he's a broke guy trying to like make a living, so he turns to crime.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the storyline how it goes. Um, I mean, where have we see? I mean, oh man, so original. We never seen that before. Yeah, like this movie. Yeah, man. I was thinking D tier. How about you?
I think where do we put C tier again? We put Far From Home in C tier, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think you'd say Homecoming's better than Far From Home?
I find most people say they do prefer Homecoming to Far From Home, but I personally preferred
Yeah.
Far From Home just a bit more because of the Mysterio villain. I think just kind of saves it a bit more. But I mean, we can put it in the same tier, C tier, if I guess.
Yeah, I'd probably put it C tier. I don't think it was that much worse than Far From Home to put it on D tier. So I'd probably put those two on par.
Yep. All right. C tier it is. Next up is No Way Home. All right, man. We both saw this in cinema. Together.
Yeah.
Bro, this is a sick movie. This is a really good movie. Great movie. I know a lot of people have said that as time has gone by, that after like since the surprise of Toby and Andrew returning, you know, that kind of worn off,
Yeah.
that little shock moment. I mean, obviously, you know what my reaction was when Toby Toby came back. I jumped out of my seat, man. And when he got stabbed at the end, oh my goodness, I almost lost it.
probably one of the funniest reactions I've seen live to a film. So seeing your face drop when Toby got stabbed in that one scene was so funny to watch.
I was like, oh man, we've been campaigning for him to come back for like 10, 15 years now, and you're just gonna kill him off just like that in front of my face in cinema whilst I'm eating my popcorn. Like that's just absolutely disrespectful. Like that might actually just been one of the most offensive things that has ever happened. But you know what? Side note: Toby was the real hero of this movie because he invented the Goblin cure that cured Green Goblin at the end. So once again, Toby is MVP.
Yeah, Green Goblin was by far like the most dangerous and most menacing villain out of all the ones that they revived as well. So in a way, Toby did basically save the day again.
Yep, exactly, 100%. I mean, for this movie, it's between S or A because the only reason I'd consider A is because this movie relies a lot on nostalgia and like old characters, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. That's what sold it for me. I mean, they nostalgia baited the hell out of me with this movie. I mean, that's not necessarily the worst thing, but if you kind of take the Sam Raimi characters out, so you take out Doc Ock, you take out Green Goblin, you take out Toby Spider-Man, is this movie really going to be that great with Andrew, who's a great character, great Spider-Man, but then Andrew's villains? I mean, is anyone going to really be so enticed to watch this movie with the Lizard? I mean, Electro's kind of funny, but you take away Toby's characters, you're kind of left with something that's just okay.
It's true. I think if you just focus on the story of the film itself and compare the storyline in relation to Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, I think probably if we just look at that alone, it's not the best Spider-Man film, but combined with all the nostalgia and bringing Toby back, Andrew back, and all the villains they brought back as well, I think it would definitely be A tier, but I wouldn't put it in S solely because I don't think the story is as strong as the Raimi series.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
what did you think of the story for No Way Home anyway? Because I still enjoyed it because I kind of ignored everything after I saw Toby and Andrew come back.
Oh no, bro! I thought the story was great.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's some quite funny lines. No one's on sabbatical, honey. I thought that was pretty funny. I think Willem Dafoe's acting was like just as good. From like number one, like he's just able to completely flip the switch, just like that. Yeah, man, bro, no qualms with this movie. For the most part, I mean, other than the fact that obviously like there's a lot of nostalgia baiting, which, like I said, it's not the worst thing ever. I mean, that's what enticed me to watch this movie. Okay, it's a really good movie. I'm happy to put it in A. Are we good with that?
Yeah, I think 100% A.
It is. Oh, sorry, I just messed up there. A. All right, next up is The Amazing Spider-Man 1. This movie. You know what? I didn't. Okay, at first, when this movie came out, was it like 2012, 13? I think 2012, this movie came out. I was not a fan because I was just still so upset that Spider-Man 4 with Tobey got cancelled. So, yeah, I had a little bit of a grudge going into the movie to begin with. But you know what? I like Andrew Garfield. I like Emma Stone. I think both of them are really talented actors. But they just got given a mediocre story. It's kind of like they tried to redo Spider-Man 1 with, like, I don't know, bit of an edgier tone. You know, Peter Parker skateboarding. I mean, that's not really something we ever see, but okay, it's new, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think the Lizard is a pretty boring villain. The thing is, no, the Lizard isn't a boring villain. Like, in the games and in the cartoons, the Lizard is actually a really interesting villain. You know, Dr. Connors, him just trying to get his life back after losing his arm. You know, it's a very interesting concept, you know, and, you know, trying to turn the whole city into lizards. Which also happens in the movie as well, but I feel like they don't really explore Dr. Connor's character in depth, really, at all in this movie. He's just kind of like
Mm.
Oh, Peter, yeah, me and your dad, we were about to change the lives of millions, and we were about to like turn everyone into lizards so they can yeah, regrow their organs. And it's kind
Yeah,
of just left at that. What do you think?
yeah. I mean, with the Amazing Spider-Man series, they tried to explore like a few other side stories on Peter's life as well, like why his parents abandoned him, and like Peter's trying to discover where his parents are, like why they left, and then they try to like spice up the story, and Uncle Ben tries covering it up as well, and then that leads on to them having an argument, and Uncle Ben eventually dying the same way he did in the Toby series. I didn't feel as emotional seeing Andrew's uncle die compared to Toby uncle, to be honest.
Me neither. You got a
Yeah,
responsibility, something like that. Like you tried to copy that line. With great power comes with
yeah,
great responsibility, but with like a different, like
yeah. Well,
a different wording.
one thing I like about Andrew Spider-Man though is when he's actually Spider-Man. I think the fight scenes and like his mannerisms as Spider-Man is quite cool. Like I like the way he betrays Spider-Man when he's actually wearing the mask. But as Peter Parker himself, I don't really think it comes close to how it was portrayed in the Toby series.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the only critique that I have around the Amazing Spider-Man. Um, Spider-Man himself, the fight scenes, even the fight scenes with Lizard, I thought was really fun to watch. That's just in terms of story and also what he's like just as Peter Parker. I'd say probably come close to some of the other films that we rated.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're completely right. You're completely right. I think yeah, when he is playing actually when he is like in the fight scenes as Spider Man, yeah, man, I think the fight scenes are pretty cool. The way he's webbing up the lizard,
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool for sure. I was thinking, see, part of me was thinking D at first, but I guess because it was something new.
um,
I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I don't have too much of an opinion on this particular movie. I don't watch it regularly. Maybe like once a year.
I think C would probably be fair.
Yep.
B we put B we put across the Spider Verse. Uh, yeah, yeah, I think probably C. It might be a bit too harsh to put it in D because I still think it was a decent film. I wouldn't say it's
Yeah.
the worst film out of all the Spider-Man
Still worth a
films that have
watch.
been released.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Still worth a
yeah,
watch. Like I said, I think Andrew Garfield is a great actor. I think Emma Stone's a great actress. They're both really, really talented. They just got given like just not the best scripts.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man 2. Oh my goodness. Oh man, so Electro becomes a bit. So Max Dillon, I think that's his name, becomes the Electro
Yeah,
and turns crazy just because Spider-Man can't remember my birthday. So you're gonna decide to destroy New York. Oh my word! Oh
yeah.
my
That's it
goodness!
in a nutshell.
That's
Do you know what? There was a lot of random moments in this film, but I don't know why. I just really liked the Electro villain because I thought
he was pretty funny.
there was a lot. There was a lot of funny moments, and the only reason why I liked him is the fight scenes between Spider-Man and Electro were like really, really good. I remember watching that in cinema, and I thought like the graphics and like all the fight sequences that they had in the main. Um, I think it was like some generator, like electric area that they were fighting towards the end of the film. I really enjoyed those fight scenes. That's the only part that I would say is good about this film. Um, but yeah, in terms of like the build up on how he became Electro, I thought that's quite random to be honest.
He falls into
There's not really much. Yeah,
falls
there's like
into.
not really much substance behind like each character. Like it's just
I,
quite random.
I thought it was kind of funny when he fell into a pool of eels.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, man. The poor guy just got bullied and then pretty much almost died.
What do you think of Harry Osborn in this movie when he becomes like Goblin and all that shenanigans?
Yeah, I mean it's different. Um, Different to the Toby series. I think they tried to make a bit of a slight twist. So sounds like Peter and Harry weren't actually best friends in this film because when they met,
Yeah,
it was almost like years and years because Harry had like a long term illness. and they finally met up. And I don't know why, but the actor that plays Harry has always annoyed me. I've never really enjoyed any film that
He is
he's acted in.
he is
But
a bit annoying.
yeah, but it was okay. To be fair, I wish he had a bit more screen time as actually being Green Goblin because he was almost there for like
Yeah.
30 minutes. He just went crazy, and then after that, he just died straight away. So I wish maybe he got introduced as a villain like a little bit more early in the story. But yeah, he doesn't come close to William Dafoe's Green Goblin. So
Oh,
it's
100%.
yeah, so he had like really big shoes to fill
Yeah.
playing that role. So he definitely didn't come anywhere close. But yeah, I've probably only critique of that is I just wish he had more screen time.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100% for sure. I mean, I was thinking C or D. Yeah. I mean, I guess I mean, I kind of feel that the way I feel about this movie is kind of similar to the same way I feel about Amazing Spider-Man 1. Good
Yeah.
actors like Emma Stone, Andrew Garfield. Just like
Would you what do you think about the ending of Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Gwen actually dying at the end?
yeah, I mean, I guess that would have had much more of an impact if we got Amazing Spider-Man 3. I mean, we kind of follow a little bit into it going into No Way Home. Andrew kind of like just
Yeah,
gives like a brief summary of what happened to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, that he lost Gwen
yeah.
and he went down a dark path, but he doesn't really elaborate any further. Um, yeah, I
I,
thought that
I
was
think Andrew Garfield's acting as Spider-Man is really good. I think if there was a third film and he actually got to show his acting skills as being like the black suited Spider-Man, I reckon he would have done sick on that. So
yeah,
that's probably one thing that is really frustrating that they didn't release a third film. Like I reckon if they did, it would be really good because they were building up towards like Sinister Six or the third Amazing Spider-Man. So yeah, I felt like there was a lot that was just left uncovered with the Amazing Spider-Man trilogy. But I think in terms of tier, I don't really think it's any better or any worse than the first one. So I'll probably put it in the same tier, like around C. I'm not sure if you'd agree there.
yeah, man. No, I agree. I agree. See, it is. See, it is.
Yeah,
All right, so now we got the Venom movies. So obviously Venom 3 for some reason it's not showing the image, but we'll just talk about where it
yeah,
should
it's
go
fun.
when we get to it. So first up is Venom 1. We both saw this in the cinema when it came out. It's okay. I thought to be fair, what I do like about this movie is they were kind of almost gearing towards Venom being sort of not a villain, but like an anti-hero type.
Mm,
He's beating up the police, he's eating the police, tearing their heads off, um,
yeah,
completely like against Eddie's will, just completely taking over his body. And he wasn't mocked as much as he was in the later movies, in this particular
yeah,
Venom movie. So it's still kind of like a slight serious undertone to it. It's still light-hearted at the same time, but a bit more of a serious undertone. Again, not my favorite by a long shot. I don't watch this again. I watch this like on a once a year basis. Villain was okay. What's the villain's the actor called again? Is it Riz Ahmed?
yeah. Riz
Yeah,
Ahmed. I think the symbiote he played was Riot, like the
yeah,
villain.
yeah. um,
Yeah,
I guess he was pretty entertaining. Not too much depth to his character. Just like
yeah,
evil CEO boss guy trying to turn everyone into alien symbiotes and using them as experiments. Cool,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, man. What about you? What do you think of this movie?
I thought the first one was good. It was the first time we actually got a film just solely focused on Venom and
Yeah,
seeing like how Eddie got the symbiote and how he interacts with Venom because we never, even in the Spider-Man films like Spider-Man 3, we'd never know what the internal dialogue would be like between Eddie and Venom. So seeing that like for the first time on the big screen on what his internal dialogue is like with the symbiote and seeing a much more bigger version of Venom like it's portrayed in the comic books and games was pretty good. So I think the first one was good overall. Definitely the best out of the three
yeah,
that was released so far. Yeah,
yeah. 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, now that I think about it, like considering it's the first Venom movie they made, and it was something completely
yeah,
new out of nowhere. Yeah, man. I think it's pretty good. It is actually pretty good. I'm happy to put it in B alongside Across the Spider Verse.
I'll put it in B easily. Like I think it's definitely up there. Only purely because it was the first Venom film to be released as well. I think a lot of people were excited to see it, and I don't really think it disappointed. To be honest, like, I can't think of a point in the film that I didn't think it was good. Like I remember enjoying the story, and I think every fight scene that happened in the film was quite enjoyable to watch as well.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree for sure. And next up is Venom 2. This movie, man, we saw this in cinema as well. Oh my
It has so much
goodness.
potential.
That's the
It has so
worst
much
thing.
potential.
This was meant to be like, okay, if there's going to be a prime Venom movie, it's when you use Carnage.
Yeah,
This was your moment. This was your moment to like show off what you got. And what do? You turn Tom Hardy's Venom into a complete joke. He's just a complete meme throughout the entire movie. I mean, how many more times do you want the audience to laugh at? Oh, Eddie, I want to eat some heads. Like, like, bruh. And oh my god. So, Carnage is supposed to be Cletus Cassidy is supposed to be a psychotic villain. You know, he's meant to have like someone with like no moral boundaries whatsoever at all.
yeah,
He's just meant to be like crazy. Like Venom itself. Venom has always been depicted as a villain in Spider-Man, but he always still has a moral compass. So that's why
yeah,
you see times where he works with Spider-Man, etc. But Carnage is completely off the rails. Like Carnage is just pure evil, and
yeah.
they kind of messed that up a little bit because they introduced him to have a girlfriend. I really don't think she was needed in this movie at all.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I honestly think that's what killed the film. To be honest, like
yeah,
they
man.
should have just let Carnage be a standalone villain and just let him go absolutely crazy with like no moral compass at all. I think that's where they really messed up with it.
Literally, yeah, yeah, 100%. That is literally the that's what messed this movie up because it softened Cletus Cassidy. Obviously, the Carnage symbiote was all about terror, massacring everything. But the thing is,
Yeah,
what's also depicted in like actual Spider-Man media is that the Carnage symbiote is a reflection upon the character of Cletus Cassidy. Cletus
yeah,
Cassidy is a complete and utter psychopath. Like,
yeah.
have you seen the '90s Spider-Man cartoon where they show Carnage?
I don't think I've seen the '90s version. I can only remember Carnage from like the video games, like Spider-Man One.
Yeah, even in the video games, bro, he's just like a crazy lunatic.
Yeah,
Kind of like a Green Goblin, but in like a symbiote. That's like a really weird way of putting it, but yeah, in that kind of sense. He's
yeah,
just meant to have like no moral compass whatsoever at all, and they just kind of messed that up, man. They softened him so much in this movie. I was like, why,
yeah.
just why?
Yeah. All in all, I think the film had a lot of potential, and I just didn't think they executed it well. Like,
Yep,
I think they really it was mainly just Carnage, and like the storyline was okay, but it's just the whole reason why everyone came to see that film is to see Carnage, and I just felt like they messed up that character so much.
yep, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, no, I think that's the main area where that film failed for me, to be honest.
yeah, yep. I was thinking D tier. We haven't got anything in D
Yeah,
yet. Do you agree?
yeah, I'll put that in D. Yeah, yeah, I'll put that in D.
All right. So now Venom 3 for some reason the image isn't here, but I guess we can talk about it and we'll just decide where it goes after it.
It's probably a good thing the image isn't there.
Oh my
Probably straight outside of the
goodness.
tier
Oh,
ranking completely.
Venom 3, man. That we saw that like less than a year ago in cinema. Man,
Yeah,
that might actually be one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my entire life. Like actually just
yeah,
one that might have been one of the worst things electricity has ever produced. Venom 3. That movie was abysmal. Bro, first of all, again, like if you haven't softened Venom up enough in Venom 2, they do it even more so in Venom 3. He's just a complete meme, complete joke. He's not a character you take seriously at all. You wouldn't even recognize him. Bro, we grew up playing Spider-Man Web of Shadows. If we played Web of Shadows and then immediately saw Venom 3 straight after, we wouldn't even recognize what kind of movie we were watching. Like yeah, that movie and like just him dancing. I think it was completely unnecessary for him to have for there to be a scene where he's like dancing with some old lady. I mean, again, just softening him up. You know, this is not the Venom I recognize at all.
I think it's the first half of the film wasn't actually that bad as well. It was okay, and then I started to get some hope, and then they go to Vegas, and then Venom starts dancing with that Chinese lady, and then it just went downhill from there. Like,
Oh man,
yeah,
it's just
it
like
was really bad. And the thing is, that film was supposed to introduce like one of the most powerful villains, no, and he literally had no screen time as well. And
yeah,
it was just some random alien creatures that Venom was fighting the whole time. So there wasn't really a main character or a main villain to fight during that film. So
yeah, man.
yeah,
Honestly,
I thought it was so bad, man.
yeah, it was horrible, horrible. Um, I mean, I guess we can't spoil it now. I mean, it's been like a year since the movie's come out, so yeah, spoiler alert. But the supposed Venom symbiote is dead now for this particular universe. Um,
Yeah,
well, at least we think he's dead. And Tom Hardy separates from him at the end of the movie, so I guess it's not going to be a Venom 4 unless we see Tom Hardy come into one of the MCU movies, reunite with the Venom symbiote, or maybe even get another Venom symbiote attached to that, and then go back to his universe, and then we get a Venom 4. Yeah, man. I mean, this movie was just abysmal. It was horrific, horrific.
yeah. Um, I think it's fair to put this in F, maybe
F,
F
do you
for
say?
movies. Yeah, man.
Yep. Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
you think maybe that's too harsh, but
No, no,
I'll
no. I
put
think
an
F
F.
as well, man. I think F as well. This movie was horrible, horrible. I thought it was horrible when I left the cinema. Yeah, just awful, man, awful. Not much good to say about that movie, man. Oh God. All right, well, let's take a look at the tier list overall, then, man. So we got the entire
Yeah,
Raimi trilogy in S. Yeah,
yeah,
no arguments there, man. I mean, those movies were back to back to back bangers. Like,
yeah,
no complaints about them. They were just perfection. They were cultural iconic movies, man.
yeah, man. I mean, like, I came into this um this ranking, and I knew the Remy series would be an S, so that was never going to be in down for me. It was mainly just A, B, C, D, and F that we had to decide on. So
Yeah, literally. And those are our rankings. Those are pretty much our Spider-Man rankings. All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for listening. We'll be back again. We'll be back again with Kaf for some more rankings. Maybe we could do the Spider-Man games as well, because me and Kaf,
yeah,
like, we pretty much played most of them. I want to say I don't think I played all of them, but most of them I have.
I think collectively we played pretty much every Spider-Man game out there, so we could probably do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We could do that for sure. And yeah, man. Till next time, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.